everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. They'll begin the drive with Collins. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll set up a throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Brashad Perriman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Now let's go. Boom, line it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the formal deep. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Detroit. Now, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
No. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10. Now back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here we go.
On second down, Collins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first and goal, Collins. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
3-19.
We got 4 down, 4 down. Check 43.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Detroit! Now let's go! Gun!
Watch the screen.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
46 is right there. Check in.
Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Set. Green.
They'll set up to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
That's complete right around the 8. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Brashad Perriman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers send out their punter now. Duke Johnson deep for Cleveland. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's going to air one out. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this.
Well, they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Here we go now.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 319.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And able to find Conley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Now let's go. Leopard.
He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on 2nd and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Coleman, the man in motion right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Detroit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll set up a throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Nice stiff arm.
Underused.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. How about that? Their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Single. Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Coleman has it here right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the cover.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down.
Now let's go. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard. Let's go. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
20! And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. A little juke. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go again with Collins. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Muscles him off. And he's got some space here. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty good... And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.